we're gonna go over two college football games, two NFL games this week, and talk about the lines that are there and what we would take. There's a sneaky treat of a college football game coming up this Saturday that you and I may or may not be in attendance at. The world's most underrated Buffalo Bulls taking on at home Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, the ranked opponent. They're legit, and we'll be there, we'll be rowdy. Buffalo plus 13.5. That's a freaking steal. Come on,
Yeah,
Jack.
I listen, last week, obviously,
If you don't know about the Bulls, look at it. Look now, because you got to know.
First of all, if you have a problem with gambling, 1-800-GAMBLER. Obviously, always gamble responsibly. We can't bet. We're in the state of New York. But if you could bet, 13.5 for Buffalo this week looks very appetizing to me because, it's a tough play. Listen, it's going to be jacked up. It's going to be a whiteout. It's on ESPN2. Coastal hasn't traveled, this year yet. They're on the road. They're a great team. I mean, Grayson McCall is a great quarterback, and they are, one of the top group of 5 teams last year. They've looked outstanding so far this year. Beat up on Kansas last week, but yeah, 12 p.m. It's going to be a treat. 13.5 at Buffalo. I would look into that. I think. Listen, if they don't win, I think they're going to keep it close because Buffalo, truly does have a good defense. It'll be up to the offense to see if they can score, enough points. But yeah, 13.5 is something to look at. Keep your eye on if you're looking to make a play this weekend.
Absolutely. If you haven't bought in on Kyle Van Treese, Kevin Marks and friends, do it now. Just do it now because big things ahead with this new coach. They've got the former Michigan secondary coach is now the head coach, one of the youngest coaches in college football right now. Really giving this thing a nice push. So that's kind of where we're at with that. Had to mention it. Then we got one of the primetime games this weekend. Not a fantastic slate of games, but we got number 22 Auburn going into State College against the 10th ranked Penn State Nittany Lions. I think we're liking -6 at home there from Penn State.
Yeah. Auburn, Bo Nix, it feels like he's been there for now 5-6 years.
Maybe 7.
Maybe 7. And same with Clifford, the Penn State quarterback. Feels like he's been there forever too, ever since Trace McSorley left. So I'm not sure how these guys are still in college. Maybe it's the extra year of eligibility, but yeah, no, 6 points at home. I think Penn State, the statement win, obviously week 1 against Wisconsin, and just kind of what their defense was able to do. I mean, they were really, really good in that game. Auburn, I'm not buying the hype. Obviously, new coach this year. This past week just found their way into the top 25. But yeah, no, I would like Penn State -6 at home just because that defense is so strong for Penn State.
Yeah, I mean, they even, they really shut down Wisconsin, and I think they're gonna, do something similar. Bo Nix must be going for like his 3rd master's degree.
Yeah, who knows? I know he has a nice NIL deal. I remember reading about that, but yeah, no, I couldn't imagine. I mean, I feel like he's been there for literally 5 or 6 years now. So
yeah.
Hey, who knows? He needs a signature win, so maybe this will be it.
Yeah. We got Chiefs Ravens coming up, as we talked about earlier in the show, which should be, a good one. Talking little NFL lines here. We got Chiefs -3.5 is a good one. I think that's easy in my opinion. I think that's easy.
Yeah, 3.5. I was kind of surprised. I was expecting a little more because obviously the Ravens losing on the road this week, but yeah, I think the Chiefs -3.5
by a touchdown. That's easy. That's light work for Mahomes.
I would say. I mean, I'm just kind of surprised that it's even this low. So I think obviously you would want to look at -3.5 for sure.
Yeah, and that could change by Sunday.
Yeah, it could. It could go up.
You guys are going to be hearing this Thursday likely, so could change. I think I could see it going up. Maybe.
Yeah, I could see it.
I could see it going up by a point.
Yeah.
But whatever with that. And then we got finally the Seahawks are at home against the Titans. Tough to judge here. We talked about it before, but Titans coming off a bad game, but we know what they're capable of. We know that star power. But same with the Seahawks. Hawks -5.5. I think this is tough. The Hawks are -5.5. I could see the Titans covering. I could see the Hawks, giving them, a little bit of continued struggle. But I do think the Titans will be fine this year. Take me through what you're thinking here, Jack. This one's tough for me.
Yeah, this one's tough because I could definitely see a wire-to-wire game like ending up with the Seahawks kicking a field goal to win. But if it's the same Titans team that we saw this past week, then I think that the Seahawks will I think 5.5 would be easy money. But yeah, I think it's going to be tough because, how does that offense respond? I mean, you now have to go into Seattle or the 12th man. Obviously, not the place you probably want to go after you just had a really bad week offensively in your own building, nonetheless. Now you have to go on the road and play Seahawks team that's just always has a very tough defense to face. So I would take Seahawks -5.5 in this, but it would be tough. That's a tough line.
Yeah, that's really a tough line in my opinion. I think Russ is going to cook, but I think the Titans are going to cover. I think the Titans are going to cover. I think they're going to have that bounce back week. Want to give a different perspective there, but we'll see. I could see it going either way for sure. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out the rest of our channel and subscribe. Make sure to follow our Instagram and maybe consider subscribing on Patreon for our bonus content. You can only find it there. I promise it will be well worth it. Thanks.